Hey everybody, welcome back to Grain Free Homestead. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Derek.
Today we have something that we're super excited about that we wanted to show you guys. It was shipped to us. It came in really cool package. It made it more exciting for us. Um,
Yeah, the Amazon guy was like, "What is that? I've never mailed anything, or shipped anything like this, or delivered anything." The kids were real excited. They thought, like some big Christmas present, or it came early. But yeah, it's just part of the infrastructure, just adding on to some stuff to our homestead.
yeah, we're super excited. This is our new chicken plucker. We've been saving up for a while, and we're gonna open this bad boy up and let you guys take a sneak peek at it.
So before we get into that, I wanted to talk to you all a little bit about the infrastructure in a homestead. Um, some of y'all are going to see that and be like, "Man, I wish I had a chicken plucker." Right now, we're really focusing on chickens, on having a sustainable meat source. We've been doing this probably, how many years have we been messing with chickens? Maybe 3 years, a little over 3 years. At first it was just for eggs, and then we realized that we were wanting to try it for meat. We really liked the meat, doing the meat stuff, so we ended up borrowing a plucker. We were trying to build one for a while. We still actually got one in the process we're trying to put together, but it's a little bit more difficult. And we just realized that it would just be a whole lot easier just to get one, get it going, and we'll have it here ready whenever we need it. So the infrastructure part of a homestead is really unique to your homestead, what you're focusing on. You always dream big and think further out than what you have at the time. You look at something like a plucker as something that just, it's like $600. You can maybe find some of these for like $300 if you're really lucky, a used one. And it's not something that you have to have, but it's an instrument that will make your homestead more efficient, and it will give you the ability to do more things or at a more efficient way. You can always, just hand pluck some chickens.
And we've done that.
Yeah, that was part of the reason why we got a plucker.
Yeah.
And you can also rent a plucker. You can also borrow someone's plucker. There's a lot of options you have, but when you focus on something in your homestead, whether it's just growing corn or doing, pigs or having,
Goats,
yeah,
or, for us it's chickens is our main focus right now, and we want to get good at that, and we need this for our homestead.
yeah, this is something that's really important to us. It's something that our homestead's going to focus on a lot, is having a sustainable meat source, and chickens being
And turkey.
And turkey.
And this will do turkey as well.
Yeah, chickens are going to be our primary meat source at this time, and that's just really what we're focusing on. So when a lot of people are in different places in a homestead. Some people look at a plucker as like not that big of a deal. It's just $600. I'll just go buy one if I need one. Where other people are in their homesteads, this is something that's just not attainable at the current place they're at. I mean, it's kind of like, well, we'll get one a few years from now when we can save up. So you just got to have goals and realize that not everybody's in the same place, and everybody's homestead is something, it's particular to you. It's what you're focusing on. If you're doing strawberries, then you're going to have, strawberry beds, and you're going to focus on the type of strawberries. So just realize that you can't do everything. Our homestead doesn't have horses. We don't have a tractor yet, and that's something that, we're wanting to get down the road. There's certain animals that we're not going to focus on. There's certain plants that we're not going to focus on. So realize that you can't have everything. You can try, but you're going to not do a good job on everything. You're going to have areas that suffer because you're trying to do everything. So pick a certain area or a certain thing that you're really wanting to focus on, whether it just be canning tomatoes, whatever it is. Start where you're at and focus on that, and then grow from it. And then 2 or 3 years from now, we're going to have a plucker, and it's not even going to be a big deal. So it's just like if you have it trying to start gardening, put in a raised bed. Just focus on gardening and get good at that and get focused on that, and then you can expand. And make sure it's something too that you like. That was another reason we didn't just go run and buy a plucker like the first time we decided to do meat birds. It was something we wanted to make sure that it was worth doing for us, and that it was something that would be valuable. It would be part. We don't want to invest in something that we're not going to use or that was more trouble than what it's worth. So this has been a long time coming to pick up this Plucker. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. You know, don't be so, you know, worried about trying to do everything. Just focus on what you can focus on, and do it in little parts. Do it in little bites over time, and you'll get good at it. And don't beat yourself up, because
it's easy to look at all the homesteads. There's a lot of homesteads on YouTube and different groups, and it actually can be discouraging because you're like, well, I don't have that, or I don't have this, and it's harder for us to do that. And that's not why we make these videos. We make these videos to show you guys, and just people in general, that you can do it, and that it is kind of baby steps. It doesn't normally happen all at one time. It is little chunks here and there that you do, and little things. And then our goal is to show you, this is what you get for your money. This is we're going to show you the ins and outs of this Plucker, so that you guys can look at it and say, hey, I like this Plucker, versus there's all different, you know, there's other kinds out there. So yeah, try not to get discouraged, because I know when I watch, you know, we watch YouTube. That's our, you know,
we learn a lot from YouTube.
We learn a lot from YouTube, and
yeah, when I see somebody with a tractor, I'm like, dang, I wish I had that tractor. But I'm also, in my mind, I'm not going to get upset or mad at them, or I'm not going to get like discouraged in any way. It's just I'm going to be encouraged instead of discouraged. I want to be able to say, okay, I need to save this much money up. I need to be doing these things to get ready to purchase a tractor, and I need to be looking for, you know, to see what's in my price range. So that's what we're hoping we can encourage you to do when it comes to anything, whether it's whatever video we're making, whether it's about raised beds or chickens or chicken coops. We just hope that we're an encouragement to you, and we don't want this to be, you know, something that it's not.
Okay, we're going to get into this crate. We're going to show you all what it looks like, and then we will give you the information on this particular Plucker, like where we got it, how much it was, all that kind of stuff.
And this is not a company that we're like affiliated with.
Yeah,
this is just
we're
something
not endorsed or anything like that.
We looked it up. We looked for reviews. There were certain criteria that we wanted, and this one fit the bill.
And we've kind of used a couple different types of Pluckers, and
we looked over a lot of reviews too. There's definitely a difference. It's just like a car.
We kind of have some hands-on experience of the type that we knew we wanted, and we'll kind of show you that once we get into it. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
You just gotta slide them through here.
Box is really good held together.
Alrighty guys, so this is the Plucker. This is the large Pro Plucker. It is made by Wright Farm, and we got it off of coopsandmore.com. And we're going to show you guys, in case you've never used this type of Plucker before. The bird goes down in here, and there's like these fingers, these rubber fingers in here, and the bottom plate spins, and then the fingers sticking out on the sides pull the feathers off. But you do scald the chicken before you do that. And it usually takes about 30-45 seconds or so, and then the chicken will come off like completely naked, like it doesn't have any feathers on it. It might have a few like little pin feathers, but it's really very, very minor. So we keep a water hose. We kind of hook the sprayer nozzle. We hook it on here. And when you have the bird in here and you turn the switch on, you want to have your water going. And when you do that, as the feathers are pulled out of the chicken and you have your water hose you just kind of spray it in one spot. It'll wash all the feathers down, and they go underneath here, and they come out this chute here. So it doesn't, the water is not falling down onto the motor. It's completely protected. This is metal underneath it here, so you don't have to worry about the motor. So there's other styles of pluckers where the motors, you know, they get the water and the feathers and everything. So this style here, we feel like could last us longer. We like the construction of them better, but we like it that the feathers come out in one spot, and we usually will put a box or a crate in front of it, and it catches all the feathers, and then that goes into our compost. Also, another thing I wanted to show you all about this plucker is here's the on-off switch right here. See, it's just relatively easy, but what you can do is, instead of having to bend down, reach down and get your face, like, you know, all in the chicken stuff, and you won't want to do that very many times, this is just optional, and we had the privilege of being able to use. There is something that you can actually get them on Amazon. They're only $20–$30. It's a little pedal, like an on-off switch that's a foot pedal, and it plugs into the plug. And they're relatively inexpensive, and they're worth it, because that way, if your person that's putting the chickens in, you know, has their hands full, and say you're doing 2 or 3 birds at one time, you can have someone else operating the foot pedal and the water hose. So it's just kind of a system that you get into, and it makes it a lot easier. You do not have to do that. You can definitely use the switch that comes on this, but that foot pedal is pretty inexpensive. We haven't got ours yet. We're going to order it. We were just waiting to get this first, and we can show you guys that if you want, or we'll put a link in the description so you can see what that is. But that's basically how the plucker works. If you've never used a plucker, they make the whole chicken processing thing so much easier. It is, I am super happy about this piece of equipment for our homestead. You know, taking feathers manually off the birds is not fun. This isn't fun, I don't want to say that, but it just makes it to where we can process 50+ birds in a 2 or 3 hour time period.
It
maybe
usually
less.
takes about, if you hand pluck one chicken, it can take you 3 to 5 minutes sometimes just for one chicken. Whereas this will pull basically every feather off of a chicken in probably 30 to 45 seconds.
At the most a minute. It kind of depends on the temperature of your scalding. It does say you can do 4 birds in here. I don't think we would do 4 birds in here, do you?
I think the most I've ever done is like
2 to 3 would be the most, and then it'll do turkeys as well, which...
And here's another thing too, is when the chicken goes in here and is spinning really fast, it looks really, really violent. And at first I was concerned that this was going to like bruise the meat up, or just make it, you know, mess something up. But it's actually not that bad. It looks really violent when it goes through there, but it's not. It just pulls off those feathers and makes the process a whole lot easier. All right, we wanted to show you all too some of our chickens. We've tried a few different varieties of chickens, and we kind of went, you know, the first time we did it, we went with the Cornish cross. And I can tell you that Cornish cross are amazing. They taste super good. I mean, you can't beat the taste of a Cornish cross. And they are probably the quickest bird that you can, from buying a little chick in the mail, you're talking 9–10 weeks out, you got a bird ready to process. The Cornish cross are a hybrid, and they're not really sustainable. They're not a bird that you can just, you know, keep breeding and you can get your own chickens back again. You know, you're not going to get the same variety. It's a hybrid. It's a cross between other chickens, it's just not a sustainable bird. And they grow so fast. They've been bred to grow so fast that they're an odd bird. Like they're not like normal chickens, because they grow too big to where they get to where they can't walk really well. And they're just, I don't even know how to explain it really well. I just didn't care for the way the animal acted, and the way the animal, like, its life did not seem like it had a good high quality life versus other chickens that we've had, and how they, you know, it didn't do what chickens do. It didn't go and scratch the ground. It wasn't. It was just cared about food, eating, and getting big as quick as it could. And then if you try and keep them for over a period of time, they sometimes will not even survive because they just grow so fast. So we have had we've started another flock. We lost a few back in the spring. We had a dog attack, and we had some people gift us some chickens, and we're really grateful for them. We're grateful. It was Hidden Valley Homestead. Thank you guys. We got some American Bresse from them, which is a really cool thing because we have watched some videos on American Bresse. We were really excited about American Bresse. It was one of those chickens that you're like, man, I hope one day we can get those. And they gifted us those chickens. We also ordered some more of them, and we decided to start our own flock of American Bresse, and that is going to be our meat birds that we maintain here on our farm. And it's going to be a bird that we grow out ourselves. We hatch and incubate, and it'll be a sustainable source of meat for us. We do also have Easter eggers and barred rocks. Those are all just for fun and for eggs. The American Bresse will have eggs too, so it's just one of those chickens that's a dual purpose. It's not just a meat bird, it's not just an egg bird, it just does both. So that's really one of the main reasons why.
They finish out in about 16 weeks.
Is it what it is? 16 weeks, so it's a little bit further out than the Cornish cross, but just because they are so much more sustainable for us, and they are kind of different. They got like blue feet. They are just a white, or there's a splash that has like the speckles on them. So even if you're just keeping them for eggs, they're a great bird.
The meat's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, the meat is like a marbled meat. It's a lot different, high quality. It's one of those birds that a lot of fancy restaurants go after, is an American Bresse. So we highly recommend the American Bresse, but there's also other dual purpose birds like the barred rock. What are some other ones I can't think of? The long
Rhode Island Reds.
Yeah, we got some Rhode Island Reds. So we have a few options just in case we have a backups, just for dual purpose meat birds. But we're really wanting to focus on these American Bresse. It's just something we want to build these flocks up. We want to have multiple flocks and just be able to maybe give some to our friends or sell some to some people. Just something that we can do here on our farm. So guys, that's pretty much it. This has been a fun video for us. It's been really exciting to get the Plucker, and like I was saying before, focus on the infrastructure and the elements that you're really interested in, that you want to grow on your farm or your homestead, and build on that, and don't get discouraged by what other people are doing, and just focus on what you can do where you're at, and you'll grow slowly over time, and you'll be a whole lot more satisfied with what you do. So guys, thanks a lot for watching. We really appreciate it. If you like, subscribe, share, hit the little bell button to get notified when we post up videos. I hope this video was encouraging to you guys. I hope it was a blessing, and I hope you guys have a blessed week. Thanks again, and y'all have a great one. Bye.